Hey, fourth graders, Miss McCormick back again. We're going to be working on your words that have vowel teams. Vowel teams are when we have two vowels working side by side together to make one sound. Alright, and teachers, if you want all of the quick links to the video as well as the forms, you can go to my group right here, enter this code to get to the Edmodo group. That's why I have everything organized. Now we're doing what's called phoneme grapheme mapping. Phoneme are the sounds. Just think about a phone. When you're talking on the phone, you only hear the sounds. Grapheme are the letters. So it's the letters that are representing the sounds. So each of these boxes is one sound. And we'll put the dots in the boxes so we're counting our sounds. We're segmenting, that we're breaking them apart. And then we'll put the letters that represent those sounds. So when we have two vowels together making one sound, those two vowels are going to be written in one box because they're representing one sound. So I wanted to show you this. I'll show you the front of it first, actually. Let's see. Phonics and Spelling Through Phoneme Grapheme Mapping by Catherine Grace is an excellent resource. This is my Bible, essentially, for spelling. This is a very great resource. On the teacher's maps that I have, all the rules written out, the page numbers are referencing to this book. Also wanted to show you this. So when we have vowel teams, remember a long time ago teachers were taught and students were taught when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. In other words, it says its name. But the problem with that is that less than 30% of the time does that rule actually work. So if it does not work the majority of the time, then that's not going to help our students figure out how to pronounce the words and how to spell the words. So actually here's a list of the vowel teams and diphthongs, and these are the only ones in these particular words, or words like this, that it actually works. So let's teach them a different strategy instead of that, because that's not an adequate strategy for our students to learn how to spell and read the words with vowel teams and diphthongs. So the first words that we're going to do have the long E sound. So on page 197 of our book, it has this. We're first going to be doing the two E's. The two E's represent the long E sound in the middle of a base word. They can also represent the long E at the end of the base word, as in free, flee, tree, refugee. So there are other words where the two E's can represent the E sound at the end of the base word. We also have the EA. The EA in the middle of the base word can also represent the long E sound. So we'll have those in our words. So let's get started on those. So the first one I'll do is sweet. That cupcake was very sweet. Let's sound it out. Eat. Uh-oh. And my marker doesn't want to work. Let me change colors. E, two E's in the same box. Sweet. We can put the macron over the top. The macron is the long sound symbol. The next word we'll do is freedom. I'm biting my lip. Is the F. We do the hook first and then cross. E is two E's. D, d, d. Sounds like a drum. The bubble comes first. D, d, d. Magic C, up to the top, down and bump. This sound is actually the schwa. I will write the upside down E that is represented by any vowel in an unaccented syllable. Free is the first syllable. Dumb is the second syllable. Free is the stressed or accented syllable. This is the unstressed. So an unstressed syllable, any vowel can be represented by any vowel can represent the sound, which is schwa. The schwa, which is the upside down E, says the sound. The last sound in freedom is the M. If you want to know more about the schwa sound, look on page 38 of the Phoneme Grapheme Method book. Freedom. The next word is greet. I will greet my friend. G, R, E, T. G, G. Make the magic C on the writing line, up and touch, down and curl to the front. G. The next sound is it's the R. E is two E's. T. Come down from the top and then cross. Greet. The next word is indeed. Indeed. I, D, E, D. The first sound is I, like the ball's going to go in the hoop. It's the I. We come down from the middle of the box to the bottom and then put the dot. My tongue is up, my lips are open. It's the N. Middle of the box, go down and then curl over. D, D, D is the next sound. That's the drum sound. Make the drum first, and then up to the top and down and bump. E is two E's. And D, D, D again. Magic C, up and touch, down and bump. Indeed. The next word is three. My brother is three. E. The first sound is, my tongue is up, I'm blowing the air. That's the TH. The TH goes in one box because it's making one sound. That's called a digraph. Digraph is two letters making one new sound. The next sound is R, E. It's two E's. Three. The next word is seaweed. Seaweed. E, W, E, D. The first sound is okay. This is a compound word. Sea is one and weed is the other. Seaweed. It's a weed or a grass that grows in the sea or the ocean. That kind of sea is spelled S-E-A. E. Spell it E-A. Remember I told you E-A in the middle of a base word can also represent the long E sound. I need to show you this. There are three sounds for the E-A vowel team. The one we're doing today is this one, the long E sound. But I want you to know all three of them. So a good way to remember all three sounds of E-A is to remember the sentence, eat a great breakfast. E as in eat, A as in great, and S as in breakfast. Now when you're reading a word and you see the E-A and you're not sure what the word is, remember, eat great breakfast. E-A-S. So when you see the E-A in a word, you can try all of those sounds and go, oh, yeah, I recognize that word. So that you've got three different choices to pick from to try to figure out why the EA is making one of those sounds. So the word C, the long E, is the sound for that vowel theme. The next sound is woof, woof, with the W, down, up, down, up. Now the E in this weed is spelled W-E-E because the weeds that grow in your yard, the seaweed, the weed part is spelled with two E's. So in the same word, we have the long E sound spelled in two different ways. The last sound is D, 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 D. Sounds like a drum. That reminds me the drum comes first, up into the top, down in the seaweed. The next word is each. Each. Each of us wanted a cupcake. Each. E is E-A. Ch. Ch. What letters represent the ch? That's right, the C-H. And because it's one sound, both of those letters go in one box. Ch. That's another diagram. Remember? Two letters that represent one new sound. Ch. The next word is least. Least. L-E-A-S-T. The first sound is L. Go down from the top to the bottom. E is the E-A. T. Least. The next word is season. Fall is my favorite season. The first sound is E is the E-A, spells the E sound. Is a schwa. It is represented by the O in this word. Season. Our syllable break is here. C is the accented syllable. This is unaccented. Remember, a vowel in an unaccented syllable can be the schwa sound. The next one is eagle. E-G-O. The first sound is E, spell the E-A. G-G-G. Put the bubble on the writing line and the hook under the writing line. O. We don't put a and a O. It is the L. It's a consonant L-E syllable type. So, it's an L with a silent E. Remember, the silent E goes in the same box as the last sound. Here's the thing with the L-E at the end of a word, if it's a consonant L-E, is that the L kicks the E, he spins around and it lands upside down in front of the L. That's where the sound comes from. It does not get a separate box because as part of that syllable type, we do not represent it with a letter in the word, but it is understood as part of the consonant L-E syllable type. G-O. Because we don't spell it with a separate letter, we don't write it in a separate box. It just kind of goes between the consonant and the L. So we've got a syllable break here, because we've got a consonant L-E, syllable type, and then the vowel team. The vowel team can stand by itself in its own syllable, and it does in this word. E-go. Remember the upside down E is the schwa. The schwa, S-C-H-W-A, schwa, is represented by the upside down E. Is the sound. Let's stop for right now, and we will switch over to the spelling words for the long O sound. The E-E and the E-A were the spellings for the vowel teams for the long E sound. Alright, see you all back in a little bit.